Hello, good morning. Well, I'm not sure what time you're watching this video, but I'm actually taking a morning walk right now. So, good morning. Um, I want to discourse or just have a chat with you concerning photography. Like, how many times do you actually practice photography? Those people that sing, artists, musicians, choir members, do you know how often the practice, the instrumentalists, the singers themselves, do you know how often the practice before their 5 minutes slot on the stage or the 4 minute slot to render a song to the public? Or do you know how long it takes to get that perfect tune in the studio? So it's amazing how a lot of photographers think that on the day you are required to shoot, that's the day you pick up the camera and start shooting, and then you hope to get the best without practice. Practice is not just for learners or beginners, it's actually for everyone, because the moment you stop practicing, that is when your skill set start going down. It may not be obvious at the beginning, but eventually that's what it is. So imagine a race, um, a Formula One driver who did not do any form of practice, any form of rehearsal, any kind of preparation, and just jumps into the vehicle in the morning, supposed to do the race and expect to win. No, that doesn't happen. Okay, that doesn't happen. Why? Because a lot of practice is required to perform at an optimal level. I think the work of the photographer is not just taking a beautiful picture. Yes, that seems to be the end goal, but a lot of creative decisions go into the process of taking each photograph. Um, One, you have to be in the moment, you have to be prepared, you need to consider your lighting, you need to consider what story you're trying to tell. You need to put a lot of things into consideration before you take that final shot. And God be with you, it's a ceremony or an event that requires a lot of shooting, and you want to come back home with a lot of creative shots. And if you think that it's on the day of the event that you're going to come up with all the ideas you need, it's not going to happen. Now, there is this rule called 80-20 rule, which basically says that 80% of of your performance, of your outcome, of your wow moment comes from only 20% of your effort. But the thing is, what things what things do you do to get that 20% what it is? You are not going to start practicing your lighting on the day of the event. That's too late. What you're going to do on that day, even if you quickly watch a YouTube tutorial, is you're going to reproduce what you're comfortable with. You're going to reproduce what's already in your mind. So that's why you need to practice on your own. You need to practice with things that are not so formal, things that are not, you are not expected to return a particular result. So this is where you do all your practice, so that that becomes a part of you internally. And once you're at the event, you can actually focus on your shoot. If you're doing a studio shoot, you can actually focus on your client in the studio, and you focus on their needs, focus on how to help them be their best in the photograph. That is not the time for you to start thinking about lighting. no matter how critical and important we emphasize lighting to be, that is not the time to start thinking of composition. That's not the time to start thinking of posing. These things should come to you instantly. And the only way that can happen is through practice. So I hope you consider this and think it's something worthwhile to do. Constant practice, constant practice, constant practice. Um, I believe this video has been helpful. If so, be on the lookout for the next one. Thank you and bye.